My family traveled to south of France to stay in a cottage owned by someone my dad worked with. The owners visited occasionally, but that summer it was free and we had 10 days booked in there. After a long 2 days, we drove down a steep driveway towards Skilded Mill Cottage, with the water wheel static alongside the stone house. There was a deep cellar with stone stairs down under the wheel next to the house, and a small river circled the place. We went into the house and chose rooms, but being set down in a small copse, the house was draught and cold from lack of use. We settled in and turned all the heating on. The house remained cold and felt damp. The first night we had set a fire in the living room and listened to a couple of audiobooks before my sister and I went to sleep. My parents stayed up a little longer, then went to bed. Around midnight, they both woke up at the exact same time, and the door to their bedroom was opening slowly. At first, they thought it was my sister until they saw a large dark silhouette of a man framed in the doorway, standing stock still, just looking in their direction, as if appraising them. After a short period, the shape turned and started to move, as if satisfied, and disappeared. They looked at each other, but didn't speak, and both went back to sleep. The next morning, the house felt warm and dry, and sunlight was back through the windows, as if something had lifted and accepted them. They spoke the next day, and both agreed that, although they were skeptics, it could be not having been anything other than something supernatural in that doorway, deciding their worth. My sister and I were staying at an old historical hotel in the middle of nowhere. The building had been in use since the 80s. My sister loves this place and has frequented many times over the years. I was kept all night by someone pacing around on the hardwood floors in the room above ours. Drove me crazy. In the morning, I asked my sister how she could sleep through it, and she told me that the upstairs of the building used to be a ballroom, but now it's carpeted and empty. The hotel staff confirmed that nobody was up. If they were, I wouldn't have heard heels on the hardwood floor. I was with my little brother home alone when we suddenly heard a creepy voice from the other room saying, "Come here, come here, come here. I want to talk to you." We didn't know who or what it was, and immediately ran upstairs. While we were running to our room, we heard someone nearby say, "Do you boys think you can run from me? I see everything." At this point, we were terrified, locking the door to our room, grabbing our mini baseball bats, and crying. We were certain we were going to be killed or eaten by some monster. Then it happened. A loud bang came from the closet, and the monster sprang out. We both screamed. My brother fell, and I threw the bat at him. My dad, wearing an It clown mask and laughing hysterically. Turns out he was behind the whole thing. First, he had put all the Croddle's phones in the house on speaker and said he was leaving to run some errands. He proceeded to sneak back into the house, hide in our closet, and scare us.